many of us try to eat more fruits and vegetables, are we potentially putting ourselves at risk by also unknowingly consuming harmful pesticides? A new investigation from Consumer Reports digs deeper into the real dangers of these pesticides in our food and what we can do about them. A healthy diet consists of eating plenty of fruits and vegetables, but some of the chemicals that are often used by produce farmers to help control bugs, fungi, and weeds raise concerns when it comes to your health.
Every year, the Department of Agriculture tests a selection of domestic and imported produce for pesticide residues. So, our experts analyzed 7 years of this data.
For years, evidence has been building linking pesticide exposure to increased risks of cancer, diabetes, and cardiovascular disease. The good news, there's little to worry about in close to two-thirds of the 59 conventionally grown fruits and veggies reviewed.
Yeah,
The
right.
bad, 20% posed a higher risk for pesticides.
Produce that proved most problematic: conventionally grown versions of blueberries, bell peppers, potatoes, green beans, kale and mustard greens, and watermelons.
The Alliance for Food and Farming, a farming industry organization, pointed out to Consumer Reports that more than 99% of foods tested by the Department of Agriculture contain pesticide residues below the Environmental Protection Agency's legal limits. While that is true, the Food Quality Protection Act, or FQPA, requires the EPA to apply extra protection when science doesn't conclusively show that a pesticide is safe for infants and children. But this safety margin has rarely been used.
There just hasn't been enough research done on some of these chemicals and the negative health effects they can pose. So, our experts took a precautionary approach and applied the FQPA safety factor to certain categories of pesticides, even if the EPA doesn't, to make sure we don't underestimate the risks.
So, can you enjoy these fruits and veggies and avoid harmful pesticides?
You don't need to totally
Grow
eliminate
your
higher
own.
risk foods from your diet. Remember that the risk, even from the most concerning produce, comes from exposure during vulnerable times, such as pregnancy or early childhood, or from repeated and years long exposure. Fortunately, our research shows that for the most problematic produce, opting for organic is a great way to reduce the risk.
Nearly all of the organic produce Consumer Reports looked at had low or very low pesticide risk. Now, we know that organic produce is often more expensive than conventional, but Consumer Reports says you can save money by keeping an eye out for sales and also considering frozen varieties, which may be cheaper than buying fresh. And we do have a direct link on our website to see Consumer Reports' full ratings on produce and pesticides. You don't need a membership or anything to access it. It's all free. Just scan that QR code right there on your screen and look for the link inside this story. And stay with us. Still ahead on the morning show, we are digging deeper into other types of foods that are most likely to make you sick. And should you be concerned about traces of bird flu found in milk? A dietitian is joining us ahead at 8:15.